Okay, welcome back.
Hello.
Thank you.
About time over there.
Nee&FeeBrotherhood,
Yes,
Season 3,
we're back.
Episode 7.
Siete.
Yeah. You can see that we're ready for the eclipse. I think it's tomorrow, or is it tonight?
It's coming up.
So we're ready for it. I can't see shit.
Where are you, people?
Yeah. So that's that.
That's it. Happy post-eclipse.
Yes. Post-mortem
Post-mortem clips.
eclipse. All right, so today we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about something going on with Pearl Jam and Alanis Morissette. Not only was she cheated on by Dave Coulier,
Yeah. I forgot about that, too.
but apparently she had money stolen from her.
Yeah,
A lot of money.
Apparently, Miss Morissette, let me just read this real quick. She's managed by a group that's really big in Los Angeles called GSO. GSO Business Management. The guy's name is Jonathan Todd Schwartz.
Dick.
He's a total dick, and he did this through wire fraud. So Miss Morissette, being the artist that she is, decided that she was going to have her millions watched completely by some corporate guy, Mr. Schwartz. And I'm going to stay tuned to my artistic side, the music and the things that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, he skimmed the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
To the tune of $5 million.
5.
With the Canadian courts, because she is Canadian, they settled out. And he got to keep some of it, not all of it. But what he did is he blamed it on gambling, substance dependency, and only got 6 years.
6 years?
6 years. 6 years in jail, and he paid back only $4 million.
So he got $1 million.
He netted $1 million, which he said went to gambling debts and all kinds of.
So he pulled a Colonel Tom Parker on her.
He absolutely coloneled her, and which is sad because I think I said to Ed earlier that she's a child star in Canada, the equivalent of maybe the Mickey Mouse Club or whatever. You would think somebody in her camp would be managing her all these years in the business.
Right.
She was a young teenager, but it's just sad to see.
Yeah, and she seems like a nice person too.
Yeah. She got all over what it was the movement called, kind of like the girl. Riot Girl.
The I Too movement?
Riot Girls.
The Me Too movement.
Remember Riot Girls?
No.
Oh, you don't remember Riot Girls?
I don't think
Meredith Brooks, I'm a bitch, I'm a lover.
Oh, yeah.
All those girls that were like, we're not going to take it. They're the twisted sister of girls.
Twisted sister of girls. They look less like girls than Twisted Sister do.
Yes. They were less feminine.
All right. That's horrible, man.
That's horrible.
Like
and
Billy
then,
Joel got all his money stolen.
And that guy was a childhood friend as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All that money, and you think nobody's going to notice. But I think these guys just get greedy. I don't think they can be happy with a couple thousand here.
No, because they get used to a lifestyle just like the artist.
Yeah, but he's not the artist.
No, I know he's not. But he was taking the money, got used to the lifestyle.
And this guy, Jonathan Schwartz, he is the business manager of many LA artists, so it's not just one. But she's the only one who said, do whatever, just make me money. Everybody else has got their eyes on their money. She's like
Colonel Tom Parker.
She's CTP.
Yeah, man.
Man. And I don't know. I don't know what I do. I press for all federal charges, wire fraud. That's federal, right?
Well, at least she got 4 of it back
She got
out of
4
5.
back, yeah. But it should have never happened.
And she goes on a tour and makes up the other one.
But what did she say? She had a bad relationship too, where she was married young, right?
I think so.
She married young.
I think she was with that guy when she was young too.
Okay. And then she probably had the most money of the relationship, so he probably went after her money too. So
I don't know.
He
was probably thinking, at the time, I'm a big star.
We're a huge star.
I banged you, now I don't need you.
I don't need you.
And then she became,
she said,
legend.
Isn't this ironic?
An ironic legend.
How ironic this is.
Yeah, I like Alanis.
Yeah,
like
she's not
good
bad.
songwriter.
Yeah, that first album, Jagged Little Pill.
Yes.
That's hell of a debut.
Yes.
Hell of a debut.
Absolutely.
And good for her. She beat the odds.
Beat the odds. Elvis did not beat the odds.
Elvis didn't beat the odds.
No.
Now, we talked about this, I think, slightly. Is that movie Elvis, Tom Hanks, Colonel Tom Parker?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that more about how Parker ripped him off throughout his entire life, right? Or was it only when the government said we're gonna deport you is when he started going after Elvis? Because they wanted them to tone it. He wanted to tone down the Elvis hits.
He didn't. According to the movie.
According to the movie,
he didn't want Elvis going on worldwide tours because he had to keep him in the hotel in Vegas.
right?
Because by keeping him in the hotel in Vegas, all his gambling debts were wiped
And that's
free.
why he was a major gambling guy, right?
Yes.
Like major debts.
Yes.
But you remember when the government came out and said, you're an illegal alien.
Yes.
We'll throw you the hell out. That was because he was going on Ed Sullivan and everything. And
I think
the
so,
Elvis
yeah.
shake and all that.
Yeah.
You know, we're that's immoral.
Yeah.
All that bullshit. So.
Yeah. And then when Elvis caught on, he fired him.
Yeah.
Then he came up with some bill from the day they met up until that current day.
Yeah.
And it was, at the time, I think it was like a little more than $1 million.
Yeah. Which
So
you probably
Elvis
could've
had
made
no
in a
choice.
month in Vegas.
Yeah.
What you did.
Yeah.
Ended up staying.
He had no choice, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And then he, according to the movie again, he said he couldn't tour because he blamed it on security.
Right. Who's going to take care of you?
Yeah, and then I think, who got killed at the time? I think Martin Luther King got killed, Bobby Kennedy, and then Colonel Tom Parker was like, see my boy?
What are we going to do about this?
It's dangerous out there.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
But the guys
and
that...
also, they were going after, they were book burn, record burnings. They were certainly going after the Motown guy, the Green Book type of, traveling down south.
Yeah.
The Jim Crow Rules for Blacks, and, the blacks. But, but he had he had no problem. I've never heard of anybody saying he was like racist or whatever thing, but he had no problem with that music, and he comes from a gospel background.
Did you see the movie?
Choice. Yeah,
you did.
Yeah. But it was like literally like the week it came out.
Oh, well, you should watch it again because it shows his relationship. He had a great relationship with B.B. King.
Yes, that's right. On Beale Street when they were together. Yeah.
Yeah,
with
Little Richard, B.B. King.
Absolutely.
He was there all the time.
They were all talking. That's why I'm thinking about the Green Book. They were talking about touring together, and they were saying we can't go to the same place you can.
Yeah,
go, Elvis.
and B.B. King was trying to school him on the business end to get away from Parker.
Get away from Colonel Tom Parker. Exactly, 100%.
Yeah, the snowman.
Yes, ma'am.
So, all right. So now we're gonna go to Pearl Jam.
Now, how much money did these guys make off 10? I mean.
Tons.
I mean,
well, not necessarily. Was that their first album?
First album.
So not necessarily. The artist gets the smallest piece of the pie.
You're saying by their contract that they signed?
Yeah.
Well, what about touring then? Touring money?
Touring.
They probably killed it.
I'm sure they packed everywhere they went.
Yep.
They probably made some money. The money on tour is made by merchandise.
Yep.
The actual ticket sales and all that, I'm sure, goes to
what
producers.
Was their emblem? The hands thing, right?
I think
the basketball.
that album
Mookie,
cover.
Yeah.
I think it was like all.
You know what I'm talking about? That stick caricature, like it's like the hands like that, and he's like up. It's supposed to be Mookie.
Jazz hands. Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
10, jazz hands.
What's his name? Mookie. It's a basketball player because the bass player supposedly is the one who came up with it. He's a big Nets fan.
Oh.
I can't.
I thought it was just like a high five.
I think it's literally from basketball. Him going for a rebound. It's supposed to be the hands thing. Or whatever. But like, have you ever heard of Mookie Blaylock?
Yeah,
that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. But none of those other guys are into sports, so they looked at him and was like, "Don't worry, I got it." And it looked like stick figures. I got this. Yeah, here it is. Not terrible.
All right. So what happened to them?
Well, another manager. I hate to say. So this is a manager. Her name is Kelly Curtis. She's in charge of Pearl Jam. So this is a female, but the CFO. This is definitely the dick. Richard
Schwartz.
That's right.
Same guy.
No, Richard Charles Goodrich.
Goodrich.
An American douche. He's CFO of Curtis Incorporated. She's the manager of the band. He's in charge of all payments, roadie payments, band payments, the tour, any bills that goes through him. He's the guy. And he skims to the tune of $556,000 before they stopped him. When they stopped him, they switched to another management company. They do an internal forensic investigation on him. And it turns out Mr. Dick scores up, let's see. Oh, look at this. He has debts. Him and his wife both have debts. But they spent a ton of money on lavish vacations.
But they have a bunch of debts.
Debts. I wonder why. So they stole $556. They claimed that Pearl Jam was paid. Pearl Jam said we were never paid. They said they paid roadies, and then on top of that put bonuses. All the roadies, we never got any bonus or anything.
Really?
They wind up going through it. That's what he got from him, and he only received for $556,000, 14 months.
Well,
we got to credit the online site Rockfeed for both stories.
Oh, both stories came from Rockfeed. Check it out.
So they're pretty good. They're pretty accurate. But I just still don't understand how you can get, that's more than $500,000 or slightly more.
Yeah.
14 months, is that
like if
you
go to Walmart and take more than $1,200?
Yeah. and you'll get in the shootout.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like enough.
14 months, man. Yeah, he'll learn his lesson.
Did he give the money back?
No. So all the money, every dime was gone.
So he spent $556,000, spent 14 months in jail, and that's it. They didn't make him pay that back, huh?
You said there was nothing to pay back. So evidently he spent a lot on a lawyer.
Well, $556,000 probably.
Probably.
I'm going to use that excuse with my car insurance like that.
I think that's the best way to go.
I don't have any money.
I don't know, but I'm still driving.
Yeah.
Catch me if you can.
Catch me if you can.
If you can.
Oh my God, that doesn't seem right.
Is that
at least Alanis got 4 out of 5
she almost got back, yeah. She almost got full amount back.
Oh, they need to play like one show probably now.
Yeah.
To make that.
Well, does she even tour anymore? Or does she even do anything anymore?
Yeah, I think she
does. Okay.
Last year she was playing shows.
So
because she was all over TV.
Okay, so I'm sure she's not really that worried about it.
She was on Howard Stern. She was on a bunch of shows.
So it's a 5-man band. Seems like they have a rotating drummer every couple of years.
Yeah.
So 4 guys are pretty much getting the lion's share of the money.
Yeah.
They've got to be wealthy men, would you say? Even though they try to play down their the richness of being a successful band.
I think it depends what their contract is.
Oh, you mean what?
Also.
Oh, okay. And I'm thinking only because, like, can't you go back? We've definitely mentioned this before because he was in the Hall of Fame. Remember Lizzie Grubman at all? Long Island girl drove basically through like a socialite bar. She got a lot of shit from Howard Stern. That's how I remember. I didn't know her father, which is Alan Grubman, literally is one of the most, he got in Rock and Roll fame for reworking contracts. And he is like a master. He's did Bobby Brown, did Whitney Houston famously.
Yeah.
Billy Joel, who you mentioned before, he reworked all the contracts with the record companies.
Grubman.
Grubman.
Okay.
Yeah, either Long Island or Staten Island. I'm pretty sure it's Long Island because that's where she got in trouble. So he's worth so much money and made so much money in law, and particularly music law, that she literally got away with it for running people over drunk. And like that's how I remember because how much shit she got from Howard Stern when he was on K-Rock. This is how long ago.
Oh, this is a long time ago.
Yeah, she was like probably 18-year-old and friends with Paris Hilton and all that gang. So but he's like supposed to be the man when it comes to that. And as soon as you say, "Oh, who's your lawyer, Grubman?" Like they probably just start negotiating there.
Yeah,
try to work something out.
How old is this guy now?
I think he's retired now, so probably in his late 70s, maybe mid 70s. Not last year's Hall of Fame, the year before, so 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And he did that one. He came up there. People didn't even look like people that were in the business were getting standing ovation. It was like for a lawyer, which is why it stuck in my head too. Just like they must hate him because he's gotten these artists like their money back, like they're what they should be getting. And we've kind of talked about before. Like we also like you go. We have Brother Fee Records. All right.
Yeah.
You start in. You could put in enough money for 10 artists. One makes it. All right. So you're gonna keep that money. You put it out. Right.
Of course.
The other 9 guys, you put out money. You lost on them. But you hit one. You're not gonna pay them.
Yeah.
They got their money. They're not gonna give it back to you. Hey, we didn't make it. Sorry, sir. Thanks for believing in us. No. So that's where the negotiations.
Yeah.
Some of these contracts are so ridiculous.
Yeah, they give them the advance, and then when they start making money, it gets paid back.
Absolutely.
Like Bruce, the record company, Rosie, gave me a big advance.
Give me a big advance, baby.
Now I got to pay it back.
Now I got to pay it back. Yeah. But and then also it's tied into touring. You go out on tour. You want $1 million light show. Who's paying for that? Oh, the record company. Yeah. Who's paying it back? You are.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't work where you get this crap for free, which is
right.
It's the business. But some bad contracts out there.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the guys that signed it. Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah. But then Prince brought all that stuff to light also.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was on a talk show. I don't know if you saw this. And the host said, "Oh, you must be loaded." And a new art. He was like, "Let me break it down for you. You make a record." He's like, "How much you pay for the record?" Whatever it was, $20. All right. He says the producer gets this much, the record company gets that much. He goes, and the artist makes 25 cents.
Pennies on the dollar. Yeah.
For each
album sold.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
And a huge royalty rate back in the day when we were in high school. Michael Jackson was getting 17 cents on Thriller. And that was a big deal. That was a big deal. Happened to sell 40 million records, so he did all right. But 17 cents an album went to his pocket. Damn, man.
I guess he didn't see the future in that one.
No, but he wasn't. Would you say he was a good businessman or no? Not really.
Well, he bought the Beatles catalog,
and then he had to give it up when he was diddling.
Yeah. I saw an interview with Paul McCartney, and he said, "Yeah, I was talking to Michael Jackson. He asked me about the business, and he says you need to own all your music,
all your masters." Right?
Yeah, and then he says, next week he bought the Beatles catalog. He goes, and I can't get it back.
He's in the shower singing Blackbird.
Yeah.
Love me do.
I just saw a show, I think it was Netflix. I think his name is Rick Rubin, the famous producer.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. The beard.
Yes. Yeah. He's interviewing Paul McCartney, and he's as the masters, and they're at the mixing board.
Right.
So he's isolating a lot of the bass stuff because it's Paul McCartney.
Oh, okay.
And his bass playing is just very good. Yeah. Very good. So he was telling a story about, he says, Ringo he didn't talk a lot, but when he did, he said these gems came out. He said, we're on a plane, we're flying somewhere. Somebody says to Ringo, pass me the salt and pepper. Ringo says, what? Sergeant Pepper? Done.
Greatest album of all time.
Yeah.
Because the guy couldn't hear.
Yeah. And then another time they were talking, and somebody says, "Oh, you guys are always in the studio. Da da da. You were late last night." Ringo says, "It's been a hard day's night." Done.
It's been a hard day's night. Yeah. That's awesome. Man.
Yeah. That was a very good show, though. You should try and find that.
The only one I have close to that, which I know you've probably heard before, I can't think of the name of the band, I'm sorry, Ed, but, we're hammered the night before. We're trying to put everything together, what we did in the studio. Yeah. And, what are you saying here? I don't know, I'm trying to say in a Garden of Eden, but it came out in the Garden of Eden.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So they kept the other one, kept it in the Garden of Eden, baby.
Yes. Well, that song was 14 minutes long?
14 minutes long. And I got out of the pool. That they talk about I don't know who the guy is, Johnny Winter's brother, Frankenstein, Edgar Winter. They talk about Frank's same thing. They said we were hammered. Didn't even realize it was up to 14, 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So they said you got to re-edit it. And it's 1960s, maybe, late 60s, 70s. So editing was cutting it and then hanging it up laundry.
Yeah.
And then piecing it back together.
Oh, yeah.
So they said, well, let's get fucked up and put it back together. And that's how Frankenstein came up.
Oh, yeah?
They didn't trust themselves sober. Trying to re-edit the song into like a radio-friendly song.
Yeah. Well, I saw an interview with Keith Richards, and obviously he was fucked up another night, and he has his tape player going. He's got his guitar, passes out, wakes up, rewinds it, and it was one of their famous songs.
Jesus, man.
You know?
And he hears it the next day.
The next day. He said, I never remembered playing it. Thank God I had the tape player going.
Oh, man.
So let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
I think it was last year, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They inducted Rage Against the Machine.
Yes. We touched on this yet.
I don't know. Maybe I just don't know enough of their stuff. That seems a little premature.
It's very premature. There's 3 albums.
3 albums.
The last one, there's a live greatest hits thing. The biggest one I think is I think it's just called Rage Against the Machine. Bomb Track, Killing in the Name of.
Yeah.
There's another one in there too.
But it just seems premature for them to go
in. It's a little premature. Well, Tom's on the board for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And he was big, and getting Kiss inducted in another band.
Yeah, but Kiss has been around forever.
Absolutely. But
so he's in the meeting.
Meaning that they should have been without any help from him.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to.
So he's in the meeting. They're like, all right, who are we going to nominate this year? And he's like, Rage Against the Machine. What was that? Rage Against the Machine?
What? Did Ringo say something?
Sergeant Pepper? What?
Sergeant Pepper? Oh.
Rage Against the Machine?
We're going to induct Rage Against the Machine. Ringo.
That's a good idea.
That is a wonderful idea. Do you have a favorite song, or do you just
from them?
Yeah, or favorites, or you think they're a little pompous?
No, I can't say that they're pompous.
Because I say, in the day he's come out as communist. He said he's a communist. Well,
I didn't know.
Give the money back.
Give the money back. I just know that I see interviews with a lot of famous guitar players.
I'm not a Harvard guy though, too.
Okay, that makes sense.
Merle's a Harvard guy.
Makes sense. But a lot of famous guitar players comment on him saying, well, he's good, but he's not.
Well, he did something that was, I thought so. Springsteen took him out on the road for it, and the song was The Ghost of Tom Joad. Now, who wrote it, I have no idea. But it's supposed to be this artsy piece. And the way Springsteen does it, it's very over dramatic. And, it's Springsteen. It's dramatic. And he does this thing where, the next year he's just going over and top over. Now, I know it's the technology, but what's coming out, like if me and you were doing that, it's going to sound like noise, but he has like, whatever the piece of equipment. And it sounded like a spaceship, to be honest with you. And Springsteen literally like staring off on him. And I've heard interviews with, obviously the guys in the band, but people said back in the day, Springsteen was this incredible guitar player and, great leads. I've never heard him play a great lead in my life.
Nope,
now,
me neither.
He did something with John Fogerty, where I was, okay, maybe there is some truth.
Yeah.
But in general, like, you pretty much know Born to Run.
Yeah, of course.
That soul, that's him. That's, to me, is what he can do on guitar. But it's more than that. But I haven't heard any material that I've been where like, all right, Bruce.
Right.
So I don't know where this is coming other than kissing a big star's ass.
Yeah.
But he was looking at him off to the side, and this is a live gig, and it's probably the live version, New York City, when he first got the band back together with the big man that died.
Clarence Clemens.
Thank you. They were all going to go out and everything, and he's just doing this. He's just flipping his hand over and beneath the neck, and I was like, "Holy shit!" That's fucking. But it's called a Digitech whammy pedal. I'm sorry, it took me to look it back. And for me, or us,
but that's like
fans,
a famous sound for him.
Yeah.
So I could hear it now.
We're are you a Pantera guy or no?
I know there's stuff.
I'm a big Pantera guy. That's what Time is. And for some of the squeals, highs up, that's Digitech whammy pedal. So it's the talent, but it's definitely the technology. Yeah. So it's where you want to go with it. Because when he's just playing, he's very minimal. But the story of them is when they first got to LA and everything. he played like, Warren D. Martini shit.
Oh,
He was
okay.
like a legato guy. So
Okay.
maybe there's truth in it, and then you go the other way.
Yeah.
There's too many guys that play that. I'm gonna go put a bam,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Which is
about
fine.
Yeah, it's about
It's
the
a
riff.
great groove.
It's about the riff.
It's a great
yeah.
groove. Yeah.
It's about the riff.
So,
Absolutely.
remember my friend Ryan that was on one of the drummers?
Yeah.
He was up in Boston this past weekend. He saw Satriani Vi.
Oh man, how do you like it?
He liked it. He says Satriani was great.
Yeah.
Played a lot of covers, but like famous rock songs you all know.
Okay.
He said Vi came out and it was more like sounds,
Yeah.
like because he's an electronic guy.
And Zapper guy too.
Yeah,
He's a little
exactly.
weird. He's a weird guy.
Exactly. So he says he has this new guitar. It's I think a double neck maybe, and he's got the 6 strings. He's got a keyboard,
Oh no.
and then he hits the guitar and it's like a drum machine.
Oh boy.
He said he played one song just by himself, drums, bass, everything.
Jesus.
Yeah, he said he was great, but just you couldn't get into it because it was just more about sounds.
Yeah. And it's probably for guitar players, not an audience really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can't really say anything bad about guitar playing. Everybody kind of wishes they could do something. He does. But the most impressive I've ever seen is, remember the David Lee Roth video, Just Like Paradise? And he has the harp guitar,
Yes.
2 necks like this,
Yeah.
and a neck like that. It comes down both necks playing.
Yeah.
He's ambidextrous.
Yeah.
So he can play both high strings.
No, he's a
I mean, it's ridiculous.
he's
crap.
nasty. Who's calling you, man?
I'm big, people.
Somebody in New York.
Yonkers.
It's a racetrack.
Did I order any hookers?
It's the racetrack.
I don't think I ordered
Your horse came in.
Empire City Hookers.
Yonkers Raceway, home of the happy ending.
Yeah, really. Jeez. Don't they know? I mean, no respect.
No,
No respect.
no, that's gotta be private. You gotta use your other phone for that.
Bill.
Tall Bill?
No, our other Bill. The hippie basketball player.
Oh, Bill Walton.
Bill Walton.
Yeah, he always calls when we're doing this.
Yeah, how many times has it been?
A lot. Fucking Bill, man.
Red-headed squids.
Speaking of redheaded
How is our
Bills,
squid?
I'm taking him out to dinner Saturday night
Oh, nice.
because he did a lot of work at the new studio, and he didn't charge me.
Oh, come on, really?
Yeah, I just paid for material.
Wow.
So I'm
Good deal.
gonna take him out to dinner Saturday at this place called Giovanni's.
Oh, by the water? Or?
Yeah. And
Think he'll pay it back that way?
it's
Never-ending shrimp.
it's pricey there, real pricey.
Yeah.
But he did a lot here, and quick and neat. But we're
Did he
already,
say what the mistakes were from the other guy? Or no?
yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. But we're already committed to the tomahawk, 1 tomahawk each. So I would imagine that's like just $100 for that.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna
Maybe you want to change it to the steakhouse?
change it to McDonald's. Yeah. No, he did a lot here.
Probably
and-
more at McDonald's. Huh?
Yeah, no, he did a lot here, and
Good
I have no
job.
problem with it.
Young William. Good
And
job.
it's always fun to go out with him because he always says something, talks about some crazy shit.
Absolutely.
You,
Will he,
you didn't come with us to Texas Roadhouse.
Well, can I ask another question?
Yes.
Will he ever get, let's say, another shot with a said girlfriend's girlfriend?
Girlfriend. Oh. No.
He'll never get another shot
No. You would have a better shot with her. than him.
because, like, she'll never forgive him, or she didn't care.
No. Well, okay. So I try to hook my friend up with another girl. So it was a double date. He shows up. She's sitting across from him. I think he said 2 words to her. And I was like, what the hell? What's going on? So
Was it because he was sober, or was it because he was hammered?
Oh, I don't know. He definitely wasn't drunk.
No, okay.
So then we leave the restaurant, we go to a bar.
Okay.
And he just paid no attention to her. And she went down to the end of the bar and was in the middle of like these 4 black dudes.
Chilling?
Well,
Yeah. BBC, you know?
yeah, BBC, yeah. And I was like, oh, that makes sense now. Although she was okay to meet him, but obviously,
So maybe he had no chance.
I don't think I don't think so.
No.
I don't.
I just feel bad that a friend of ours, like, said girlfriend is a nice person. I would hate to think one of her friends, got, treated like shit from one of our friends.
I think she got over it.
I don't think she had to go to therapy, but
No, I don't think.
but still, I think we're a good solid group. Come through, and
Yeah, that honestly that surprised me.
Bang her in the toilet or something.
Well, because she is like his style. Now, I'm not gonna say what it is, but
Absolutely.
And she fits the bill, and he just wanted nothing to.
The bill
fits the bill. Yeah. Okay, so we went to Texas Roadhouse a few weeks ago.
Describe the size of the biggest steak in there.
The biggest steak?
32?
36.
36.
Which
Holy shit.
we all got except.
I didn't get one. One time I went with you guys.
No.
I got 20 something.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Fardo got like eggplant.
Got a salad.
Yeah. So me, Tall Bill, the Deuce, and Fardo. Fardo got eggplant. Me, Tall Bill, Deuce get a 36-ounce sirloin. So now Deuce, he's a big weightlifter. He gets his super rare. You want to throw up watching this, but whatever. Tall Bill gets his rare, and like mine medium rare. So we're sitting now. The Deuce lives in not Taiwan. Thailand. Thank you. Yeah. And he comes back here because he had a little bout with throat cancer. So he comes back here to do doctors.
And he's passed.
Yeah, he's a good dude. So every time he comes, we go to Texas Roadhouse. So what did you say again? You don't remember. So somebody says something, and Scott says, he goes, I'm not gonna catch that or something.
Right.
And I was like, why? Why won't you get this? And Tall Bill's like, cancer. I was like, dude, that's fucked up.
Wow. Talk about bringing the room down.
Yeah.
Take the temperature of the room.
I was like, that's fucked up, dude. But everybody laughed.
I was gonna say, did Deuce laugh?
Yeah, you did.
He's a good guy.
You did.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Most people start swinging wildly.
Yeah. He takes it. He laughs along. He knows. He knows. He was saying, he goes, Cliff's gonna live longer than all three of us.
He really is.
Which is very possible.
It really is. That's the kind of moment, not because we all say dumb shit. I'll give you mine. I'm DJing in a bar. It's crowded. Magic has
When is this?
Magic has announced his retirement from because of AIDS.
Okay.
So I'd seen it somewhere. I don't know why. Tasteless jokes, something like that. So I get on, and drink specials tonight. Blah 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 blah. And the real reason Magic is retiring because Magic stands for my ass got infected, coach. Now back to the could have heard a pin drop in a bar.
That's awesome.
The manager comes running downstairs, I had the music. What are you doing? Screaming. I go, I thought it was funny. I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever heard.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help myself. I literally almost got fired that night. So
Oh my God.
We almost and how beloved Magic was.
Oh my God.
I couldn't contain it.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one laughing.
And where did you hear that?
I heard it. I want to say on the radio, but this isn't serious.
Because if you made that up,
no,
that's genius.
I could not be that I guess spiteful, but I definitely laughed when I heard it, retained it, went to the job, and repeated it.
Yeah.
And I got my ass handed to me for it.
Yeah.
Evidently, you're not a comedian.
Was this at Tiernan's?
This was at a bar called 44s, which is the big number in Syracuse. Sports bar.
Okay.
So it's sports bar, announced retirement, AIDS has exploded, people are in tears, and I give you the acronym of Magic.
My ass got infected, coach. Jesus Christ. So what's 44?
44 is Jim Brown's number when he wore it. So it's a big running back number. So all the famous running or the successful running backs, 44.
Okay.
Floyd Little, Mike Owens, like all these great.
Makes sense.
I want to say Mary Zonka as well. So it's a big number.
He went to the Q's?
Yeah, he went to the Q's
I
too.
didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a big deal. But the real big deal is probably Floyd Little.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim Brown's obvious.
Yeah.
Floyd Little was like,
Yeah, he was nasty.
He was nasty. And when Syracuse played Texas, they wouldn't let him use the locker room in there. He was the only black player.
Didn't they make a movie about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow. So how about the girl from Iowa, Caitlin Clark?
Yeah.
They had a picture of her the other night with an Adam's apple. Now, I'm not saying I buy that because I don't.
Think it's AI?
I don't know.
You gotta throw it out there though.
You do.
You gotta throw it
because
out
she's that good.
She's crazy good, but she's also best friends with Paige Becker from UConn.
From UConn, yeah.
And I would think she's pretty feminine looking, with the hair. So I don't know how you correlate the two, but they've been playing basketball against boys since they were 10 years old, which they said there's no girl that can get crazy good unless you grew up playing against boys.
Look, I think it was doctored. I just wanted to throw it out there. I think it's funny.
I thought she was. I've seen her. All right, so what did she do? It's the warm-up coming out for LSU. They have the overhead thing, and she really reached in deep, pull one out, and I thought they caught her. I thought the guy finally.
Really?
This chick has a dick. I knew it. Right. And then the other time is when she's, I'm sure, in the heat of the moment, sports bar, you're sweaty. She just did one of these pullers, and there was nothing there. Like, you're not going to hear a snap, but there's nothing there, and there's nothing going on. I was just like, I don't know. But I thought you were going to go more along the lines of the black girl from LSU.
Brittany Griner coming out of
no, not
the
Brittany
Russian
Griner.
prison with a full beard.
No, not her. Well, same idea. Especially when she cut her hair, when she got all the dreads.
And they put her in the man's prison.
Well, she ran to prison apparently. Apparently, some of the guards had just locked me up. But the one at LSU came up with the last, and a lot of them do, the girl in South Carolina too. And I think it's more of a black girl thing, trending. But the last shit out this, and then she blinks and it goes.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like their eyes are talking to you.
Yeah.
And I just don't. I laugh. Like I don't understand. Is this an attractive thing to have fake eyelashes that big? I don't understand it. But that was the one girl. Then the really big girl on South Carolina looks like she's transitioning. I know that's terrible to say.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's very, but the makeup, it looks like she had Indian war paint on, and then it sweated out, and it came down her face like that. Yeah. And she looked like a transitioning Indian woman. Is that wrong? I think that's what she did.
If that's your opinion,
that's my
your
opinion. Now, I know she's a girl. They showed her mom. Her mom is almost as big as her, so it's big jeans.
Yeah,
obviously. But I was scared.
You were scared?
I was afraid.
Like she was going to come through the TV?
I thought she was going to say a dunk on me.
Yeah. I'm going to take your dick, rip that shit out, put it in my pocket, go back and play basketball.
$2. And they deserved to win. They were big.
Yeah.
But more on a basketball claim, even though we're not the biggest fans. Does that take away that she didn't get the ring, the chip?
No.
Still a great player.
She's going to make I can't say she's going to make a ton of money in the WNBA because they don't make money.
She'll make more than any of them have so far, I think.
Well, I think she goes to the team in like 3 weeks or something.
What is it? NILs? Is that what it's called? The imaging? She already made money from that.
Oh, yeah.
So did Paige Becker. Paige Becker supposedly has one for Gatorade for over $500,000.
Well, that isn't that like fairly new in the past few years?
Courts,
they can make money.
Courts put it through, absolutely.
Yeah.
Only because of the game. So I forgot the player. It's either USC or UCLA sued. I think it's Ed Bannon, and he said you're using
not
Ed
Richard
Bannon,
Schwartz.
Could be him too.
Could be Richard
probably
Schwartz.
Beat him up at least.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, you're using my name, using my likeness. I don't get anything from it.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
The school's making money off of it.
Absolutely. NCAAA is rolling around in billions.
Yeah.
So. And then not only billions from, collectively, basketball and football. And then women's, they just showed the ratings was better than men's. So come on, you can't tell me that.
I think the women's.
But it's going to, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, it's not.
It's going too far the other way. Also, just like the NCAA was too far.
Yeah.
With not allowing them a trip. You couldn't give them money to get home.
Yeah.
For, say, an emergency. You couldn't do that. So that's going to lead to all the shit boosters do and all how money traded in. And just had on another interview show. I'm sorry, and it's a basketball player that's retired, but he talked about when he was going to college. And he goes, he's a white guy. He played with Jordan. North Carolina wanted him to go there, and he didn't go. He went to Louisville, and they said they were willing to pay him to come back his senior year, millions of dollars. And he was like, "You're going to pay that, but you weren't going to pay me to go home when I really need to go home." Like you're describing something that happened when I come home, but you had money to come back in my senior year.
To play basketball.
And they would have, and they'd show you how, he tells you how you route it. You go through wives. So the coach's wife, goes to his dad's wife, his mom. They bring the money in, two women talking together. The men, you can investigate all you want.
Really?
The wives that are.
That's crazy shit, man.
And you go around and how boosters give money not to the kid, boosters give money to the mothers or the fathers or both parents, whatever the case may be, and they dole it out to the kid. Yeah. If they're honest. Yeah. Dole it out to the kid in increments.
Like a what do you call it? When you're a kid, you get money from your parents.
Yeah, you get a little
what's it called? Allowance.
Allowance. Yeah. Thanks, Dad. Only 20.
Now go clean your room.
Now go clean your room.
Here, you got 10,000 to go clean your room.
Here you go.
Okie doke.
Don't forget me when you get your contract.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's
but the
it's
women,
a dirty business.
I think the women is at the Final Four is typically bigger than the men's. I think it depends who's in it. Really,
probably depends who's in it. Everybody wanted Iowa to win this year, and Caitlin Clark definitely had it. Yeah. So I think race is definitely a big part of it, and I think it's what people negated. Like they're saying, all the great black females didn't get the same, accolades. I guess, even though they have championships and huge scoring records. Yeah. And I go, it's the Tiger Woods. Why did Tiger Woods get all the acclaim? All the acclaim? He beat everybody in a completely white sport. Yeah. And she, it's dominated by black women, and this is, or blacks in general, if you want to go male or female, and she dominated. Yeah. She absolutely dominated to the point where she was number one scorer. Yeah. Now, what they don't tend to figure, before the NCAA came up, there's another black girl, so whatever it was called, just like NFL was AFL and all that before the NFL. There's another black girl that has about another, if she had stayed, this year she would have broken, but she has about another 1,000 or 1,500 more than she did in 4 years. So this coming up would have been her 5th year. And she did it in 4 years. So yeah, that'll be, but nobody compares it because it's in the other league. It's not counted in. Right. But I think people are reaching. You want to bring race into it, and you want to say, hey,
that's a big thing.
It's
now,
a thing.
though.
It's a thing. But I think it's the Tiger Woods thing. Black guy and a white guy. Right now, she's a white girl and predominantly black dominated sports. Yeah. And she fucking kicked ass.
She did.
Case closed.
She did.
She did. Give it up for the band.
Yeah. Well, it's like when UConn the girls were on their run.
Sue Bird and those girls?
Yeah. They were huge story.
Do you remember Diane Taurasi?
Yeah.
Because she has a podcast with Sue Bird.
Yep.
Do you think she's mainly? She comes across as very, very tough.
Tomboy for sure.
Tomboy, definitely.
Definitely tomboy. But a girl. Yeah. Does she have a girlfriend?
I think Sue Bird does. I don't know about Diane. I think Diane is dominant. I think she dominates in all aspects.
Even guy, girl.
I think if she's with a guy, she's like, "What's my name, bitch?" She's dominant.
Oh no, you're bending over.
You're bending over. Cheese.
Yeah. Definite tomboy.
She just strikes me as like.
She
strikes me as a mobster's daughter.
Yeah. Or a mobster.
Or a mobster. Maybe she runs the Sicilian.
Sue Bird has a famous girlfriend, doesn't she?
Wasn't it the chick from the soccer team, the winning soccer?
Was it her and Purple Head?
No. Oh, Rapinoe.
Yeah.
Right.
Was it Sue Bird with her?
I think you're right.
That kind of surprised me.
Yeah. Because there are a few other lesbians on there, but she's obviously the famous one. But there's nobody as outspoken, so I can't think of the other girl's name. But she's very quiet and not nearly as mouthy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but Sue. Oh, think what I'm thinking about. Remember Nomar Garcia Pera?
Oh,
She married
Mia Hamm.
Mia Hamm. I was thinking of Mia Hamm. It's not her.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I can only think of Garcia Pera for whatever reason. Though.
Yeah.
That was a great team too.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
team.
And fuck you, Nomar Garcia Pera, and I'm going to tell you why.
Here it comes. What's Nomar backwards? Ramon.
I acquired like 5 Garcia Pera baseball cards in the hard plastic.
Oh wow.
Like crazy ones where it was part of his jersey. These really specialty cards. I acquired them. That's all he had to do was win a World Series. And the price of the cards when I acquired them was about $100 each.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Then. Damn.
And those prices would have went through the roof.
God, they would have.
But no, he was a douche. Turn the music down. It's too loud in the clubhouse. Cut your hair.
Yeah.
They got rid of him the next year. They won the World Series.
And where did he go? Like
he went to the Dodgers, I think.
Oh, okay. That's how he kind of meets her then, right? Or was she?
No.
No.
Oh no, because he was in Boston. A lot of those games were in Boston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they're already dating then.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's all he had to do. Keep quiet.
And he never liked being compared to Jeter, did he?
I don't think so. Well, my opinion.
Or A-Rod.
Him, A-Rod, Jeter. I think he was the best shortstop.
See, I would always say A-Rod would be.
My opinion. He was defensively, hitting. Jeter was probably third in those 3.
Yeah.
Back then.
Back
Then.
then.
Not now, but if Garcia Pera won a World Series, yeah, he was better than them. And the price of my cards would have.
That's very true. Because that's that whole thing with A-Rod at the Rangers was supposed to go to Boston.
Yeah.
And then it obviously fell through. It
Yeah.
fell through the Mets and fell through Boston.
As a Red Sox fan, I didn't want him.
You really didn't?
No.
Wow.
No, I never liked A-Rod.
You think he would have been a big douche in Boston?
He was a big douche in New York.
You think he would have been a bigger douche in Boston?
I don't know.
From what you know of Boston fans, would they have ever warmed up to him? Like Dwight Evans, like Carlton Fisk?
Well, Boston is a very racist town.
Yeah, but I mean...
Very racist. But they have...
Well, how racist were they to Jim
and,
Rice? No, we're talking about older Boston, or we're talking about... Because you're right, Poppy was beloved.
Yeah. Manny. Yeah.
Beloved.
Love those dudes.
Loved. Louis T. Honor now. Do they love him like that?
They love Louis T.
See, so it's more love to the Spanish guys maybe than
I'll tell you a story about that. I was married to a Spanish girl, Guatemalan girl for a while. So her cousin in Guatemala was a plastic surgeon.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Young guy. So he was going to come to the hospital in Boston. It's called Brigham and Women's Hospital. And he was going to study there. So before he comes, he asks us to find him an apartment in Boston.
Oh, okay.
So we go up there at the beginning of the school year. So there's 1,000 kids trying to get the same apartment. Mm-hmm. So we went to a few places, walk into this real estate place, and we say, our cousin's coming from out of the country to study it here, plastic surgery. They're like, yeah. I said, do you have like 2-bedroom apartments? He's like, absolutely. Where's he coming from? Guatemala. Oh, no, we don't have anything.
Oh.
It was like that.
Like it shut the door.
Yeah. So my wife was like,
imagine we had that on video.
what are you talking? I don't want to do her voice.
I'll do it. What are you talking about?
Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, let it go. No, he said he had an apartment. Now he doesn't have it. I was like, I'll explain to you outside. Yeah. So it's like that up there.
A little rough.
Yeah. But A-Rod, if he played well, they would have loved him.
And I think, I'm not sure.
With his fingernail
I want to
polish
say
and his
it's
eyebrows.
Detroit, but I think Boston, the family, the Yankees, on Yankee Way or whatever, I think they were the last team to get a black player. I think it's the Tigers, but they're definitely one of
you mean
the black
way back.
Yeah, way back.
After Jackie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure of that. I think I remember seeing that, too. Yeah,
the Hawkies.
Crazy. He's crazy up there.
Hey, Yankee Way.
Yeah.
They love him.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is. All right, you want to call it? This was
What did we get to?
we're at 15 minutes.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
That was excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you want to quickly touch on lottery dreams or no? Now that it's over.
Yeah. Go. How much? Wait. How much am I winning?
Well, the latest one was 1.2 billion.
Billion. Would it be? Okay.
I think the pre-tax
You
got you down
half. They're taking
to.
half.
I think the pre-tax got you down to 600 million.
600 million.
And then you have to pay taxes on that, would probably get you between 2 and 3.
Wait. I thought they take
pre-tax.
half of it right away.
So the lump sum is the pre-tax. So they
That's
chop that
50%.
off. Almost 50. It's a little more, but I'm sorry, a little less.
All right.
And then you have to do federal and state after that, which got you between 2 and 3.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of money though. What
It is.
What would you do? What would you do? Who would you call?
I would steal the same amount of money from a band.
That's the way to do it, because why would I do that? I just won the lottery. Moi?
Yeah.
Steal?
So, all right. So we're talking what? $500 million?
$500 million after tax. You probably, let's just say 300 million.
300 million. Well, I think obvious things is you pay off college if you have to. You set your children up with like a trust fund or something.
Absolutely.
You get your cars.
Fund. Yes.
You get your house.
Do you get your house, or I'm sorry, do you get your cars, or do you lease cars?
Oh.
Because it's depreciating value now. These are depreciating values.
I don't know.
You don't give a fuck, or
I don't know. I was never a leaser, so I'll say I buy my cars.
okay.
The house, vacations, and you tell your job.
Oh, you come in there like song here. Go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself.
Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Kiss it. Kiss it. Kiss it. Kiss it.
Suck my left blood.
That's so I think that's what I do.
Yeah, I think that's it. We talk crazy stuff like the first thing you're supposed to do is sign your ticket. That's the first thing you do. Sign the back
Yes,
of the ticket.
just in case.
Hide it.
Yeah.
Someplace reasonable. Maybe a post office box or whatever if you have one.
All right.
And then what you're talking about, kids, it's absolutely a trust. House, where though? What region of the country?
Aruba.
Wow. Now, isn't it hard to get in there or no?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I've heard that.
Yeah,
you
probably.
have to be
Well,
a citizen of
Hawaii's the same thing. You have to live there for X amount of years before you
buy
can
property.
buy anything.
Oh, I didn't know that. Honestly,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you would leave this area in a heartbeat?
Honestly, it depends what my kids are doing. It depends.
Gotcha.
So leaving this area, I can't say I would. I would get a bigger house, or not even a bigger house, just nicer or whatever.
I would get so obviously the ticket thing, the lawyer thing, how much you doling out to, you've taken care of the inner circle, the most important people in the world to you. How do you deal with
St. Jude's?
friends at St. Jude's? Well, how are you dealing with this in the middle of the night? Cars breaking down,
Yeah.
Apparently, you know, there's a force field right in front of your
Yes,
door now.
of course.
You know, knocking on the door.
Of course there is.
We're in trouble. Just like, how do you?
Well, you
do
got to get a house with like the gate, cameras,
privacy.
dogs. You have to.
Got to stay anonymous in. And I think Connecticut, I might be wrong, but Connecticut is a state where you show the winner's face. They promote, the lottery
I've seen
with the
that
winner's
before,
face.
yeah.
So I think you have to sue to stay anonymous.
Okay.
And you come up with, you're putting my life in danger.
Yeah.
Putting my kid's life in danger.
Yeah.
This is life-changing money. People,
Yes.
the wolves are out there.
Yeah.
Wolves are out there when you got no money. So
This is true.
I think you got to take care of anonymity. Is that I'm saying it wrong? I think
Anonymity.
anonymity, is that it?
And
Anonymity? See an enemy?
anonymity?
I don't know. Man.
Anonymous.
Is that like
You
the
just want to be anonymous.
Anonymous. We want to be anonymous.
that's like the Australian instrument, the didgeridoo? Anonymity and the didgeridoo.
somewhere someone is on a beach.
Yeah. Somewhere a sea turtle's like,
Yes.
what? Wait, what? Yeah.
But I think you do that. I think you take, obviously, your inner circle. For luxury stuff, I'm not getting anything like Greenwich, North Country.
No.
But I'm getting someplace where I can probably where I'm probably going to buy a home in an LLC. So there is no name. It's LLC. You buy it.
You really thought this through, huh?
Way too long.
Okay.
Way too long. Only because I read those online.
Okay.
The VH1 lottery horror stories. So that's why.
Okay.
Financial advisor, or I'm handling my own money.
That's hard to say. I've never had that money. So I'm going to say, yeah, I'll handle it.
And how do you find somebody you trust?
Exactly. You don't...
Issues.
Hi, Richard Schwartz here. Heard you just won the lottery.
Yes, I'm coming right over. Yes.
Leave it all to me.
Billions, you say?
I'll take care of it.
Oh, children need looking after. Oh, I'll be right over.
Children, I've got lollipops. Remember that? What was that? Chitty Bang Bang with Benny Hill, the toy maker. I've got lollipops.
I've also thought with the guys, our circle, I say, you're giving whatever. I always thought 7 figures. Turns out if you give out like big money like that, you have to pay the tax on it too. So you're giving out money. So I don't know, but
later for that, what? I'll take you guys on vacation.
Well, I was going to say the other alternative is, can you imagine that group in Las Vegas?
No, I couldn't imagine that group in
Problem is,
anywhere.
Groundhog and Fardo don't want to do the things that we think are fun, are funny. They don't play that.
Yeah. And
I remember when Fardo's birthday, we got him the lap dance. Basically, with the New York Times, the chick's ass, I started to read the paper. like this is not how it's done here, Fard.
Yeah.
But we've got an odd group. I mean, I don't know where else we would go other than Vegas.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have a good time no matter where.
It'd be a great time. Yeah. But I would come up with a figure where everybody can, if not retire, at least
that would be spectacular.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes on work and stress.
A lot of people say, I was out of work for 6 months recently, and Ryan, who I work with, he took vacation for a week. Called me the second day. He goes, "How did you do this?"
Oh my God!
I'm bored out of my mind.
He didn't go anywhere. So,
no.
Yeah.
Well, no, he went to Boston at the end of his vacation to see Vi, etc. And I was like, dude, I had no problem. I had no problem being home for 6 months.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I think maybe do some health stuff, like work on your things.
Yeah. Join a gym?
Join a gym.
Okay.
Get in shape. I think travel.
Plastic surgery?
Nah,
no.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't trust that guy or those people.
Ed, what would you do with $300 million?
Yeah, and see, now here's the difference with a gentleman, the age of this gentleman here, he's going everywhere. He's going Europe. He's going Australia.
Yeah.
He's probably going to Africa, which he shouldn't do. Wait till you get some hot lion teeth in your ass, and you're fucking, I should not have done that. Keep your ass in America. Maybe go to Canada.
What? Cheetah! Richard Pryor?
Yeah.
What? Your ass.
That's your ass.
So his answer is, him being 22 would be completely different than my answer at 22.
Life. Absolutely.
Me at 22, you got $300 million. What are you doing?
What aren't you doing?
Yeah.
You want to
blow
answer
it in a week
instead of we filling in questions for you.
Yeah. What would you do with $300 million right now?
You're the winner.
What do you think I would do?
That's what we're asking you.
I don't even think you even wait to cash a check. You start buying shit.
Probably put it first in savings, whatever I can.
Okay.
Actually have a savings account.
It'd be nice.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Don't put it in mattresses. Don't do that.
Yeah.
In mattresses?
Don't do that. Don't put it in the wall.
Yeah, no.
It's hard to make an interest rate on that.
All right, so you would put $300 million in a savings account.
Yeah.
So here's your first mistake. So what's the FDIC limit?
I don't know, but it's not $300
I
million.
think it's 200,000. So
That's
FDIC, that's all they insure if the bank goes under. So I mean, obviously you go to a big bank, but if that one bank went under, out of that you'd have $200,000.
So you'd have to go to
get 50 fucking bank accounts.
Yeah. Or you have to go overseas to.
And you probably have to hide some too.
Switzerland? Not Switzerland.
No, I think they just turned.
Oh.
I think they turned.
All right.
Belize, maybe something like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Offshore account.
Offshore account. Yeah.
So that's it.
That's your
$300 million
emergency.
in an offshore account.
And some
Maybe
spread
make
out in
a
America.
doomsday bunker.
Oh,
I mean,
jeez.
he's not that far off though. But
Would-
what's money gonna do in a doomsday situation for
Yeah.
you?
What?
Money gonna do for you in a doomsday situation? Russians have attacked America. What's that gonna do?
It's a good thing that I would have built my bunker.
No, you built it. Now what are you gonna do?
Oh, with the rest of the money?
Yeah, what are you gonna do to survive?
Burn it for fuel.
I mean, he's onto something there.
All right.
You better pack some wood down there.
Yeah. Mine would have been, I'm going to build a doomsday bunker and fill it with whores
Nothing but whores. And fancy whores, too.
that hold their pinky like
Hold their
this
pinky like
when they drink Jack Daniels.
Yes.
Okay, so,
Would you buy a plane?
No.
No, okay.
all right. So E3 is going to spend $300 million, put in an offshore account, but before that, build a doomsday bunker just in case the Russians attack.
Probably invest in shelters too, like animal shelters.
He's
I like
philanthropic.
that.
He's got philanthropy. But see, now, if he does get a...
Those are my genes, man. Like, what happened there?
But if he does get a plane,
Yeah.
more money, you rent that out.
You rent out the plane.
Rent out the plane.
Buy a house, rent it out to
Rent
Russians.
it out.
You can rent it out to Russians.
Rent it out to Russian diplomats.
When they come here.
Play both sides.
Hello, comrade.
Probably a house more than a plane, but
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, it's his money.
why not?
How much is Pop gonna get?
Yeah, it's a good question. How much am I getting?
I don't know.
Yeah, zero.
You kind of just sprung this on me. I was trying to think about this.
You know,
I think everybody would have an
air
answer.
my loins.
Yeah. I think everybody would have an answer for this right away. Jeej,
Chong,
you get $300 million tomorrow. What are you doing with it?
you won the lottery.
You win the lottery, $300 million in your pocket after taxes and everything. What are you doing with
It's
it?
yours.
My job,
Quitting your job. Okay.
Nice.
for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
That costs nothing. Okay.
I would.
You still have a
How
balance
much?
of $300 million. Yeah.
Yep.
I pay off my mortgage
Yep.
All right.
and any other debts I have.
Would you build a doomsday bunker?
No.
No. Would you have Richard Schwartz represent you, your financials? No.
Who's
Kidding.
that?
Yeah, it's
No.
kidding.
The answer's no.
All right. Quit your job, pay off the mortgage. You still have $299,999,000.
I would plan a trip around the world.
Okay. Plane,
I'm scared of leaving the States at this point.
I would.
plane or a boat cruise, sea cruise.
Plane.
Okay.
Privacy.
No
And
tidal waves
Yep.
I would probably set up trusts
for the kids.
for
Okay.
kids.
Yeah. All right. Car.
Oh yeah,
Lease or buy.
I'd get rid of every car we have.
Lease or buy?
I would buy.
Oh. Okay.
I don't think I would lease.
All right. So Eddie's going to build a doomsday bunker and use the cash for fuel. Burn it for fuel.
In case the
For
Russians
heat.
have
In case
attacked.
the Russians
That's so
attack.
negative. That's so pessimistic about the future.
Well, in the
Hey, this is your
context that
country.
they just put it in, you didn't have the previous discussion.
Oh,
Yeah.
which was.
Well, what was?
Yeah, what was it?
What was
You
it?
know, like what good is money when the Russians attack?
No, I said, what good is a bunker? What are you going to do with... You're in a bunker with
You might as well
money.
live life to the
Yeah,
fullest if their end is near.
His first answer, though, was build a doomsday bunker and fill it with whores. Fancy whores.
Fancy horse.
Eddie,
With their
you
pinky
said
out.
that? I can't believe you said that.
Pinky out like this.
Yeah.
You did not.
Fess up, kid.
With the pinkies calling for the outside fastball.
Slider with a little spin.
All right.
I think I'd buy my favorite car, which is Maxima's, and I'd lease everything else.
So you'd buy a Maxima,
I buy Maxima because I don't believe
not a Ferrari.
No, because
not a
they don't fit
Lamborghini.
in it. I've tried.
I probably wouldn't
And
fit either.
you know, all those basketball players, and those are all custom. That adds value. And you buy a Ferrari now because they don't make them anymore, and literally you sit that
Just
as
put it in the
sit on
garage.
Yeah, put it in the
Like
garage.
Jay Leno.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of just depreciating values.
Mm-hmm.
So, I, you want to, whatever bank or banks you put in, whatever you're making off that, your interest, that's the money you want to use.
Okay. Yeah,
You don't
live off the interest.
Live off the interest.
Which you could do with 300 million.
Absolutely. I do it quite well with almost 50s. I barely live.
Would you hang out in Greenwich and be a douche like the rest of them?
No, because they're filled with douches. And I don't think I'm a douche. I mean, I know I've done douchey things, but
not yet. But 300 million might make you.
But
especially if you hang out in Greenwich.
You guys will be my
bring you back to earth.
Well, yeah, that and like my kind of like bumper to that. Like people are trying to get in, elbow to the face, to the crotch, Yeah, just
pinky to the eye.
I think you know who you can depend on.
Yeah.
So it's try to keep those people near and dear, and then everything else is gravy, baby.
All right.
What kind of trip would be good for you?
Fiji.
Wow.
One of those hotel rooms out in the water. I always wanted to do that.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Fiji, and then Austria.
Austria, really.
To the Eagle's Nest.
Would you go to Phuket?
Phuket? Phuket Sound? No, probably not. No. But I would definitely want to do. There's a tour. It's there's all different variations of it, but it's like a World War II thing. So the one that costs the most, you start in England, take the boat over to Normandy.
Oh, wow.
And then you follow the path of the army, and you end up at the Eagle's Nest.
It's somber.
Dude, I want to do that so bad.
Wow. Would you have any interest, it doesn't matter the money you have now and going into the future, would you ever go to Israel? You ever see Jerusalem?
I can't see that happening.
I'd love to see Jerusalem. I'd love to see Gaza, to be honest with you. I just don't think it's a reality in the foreseeable future.
If the world was different,
if the world was 10 years ago,
I would like to see like the artifacts in Israel and proof of Christ.
I'd want to go to Israel because there's actually gotta take that back. It's not that safe. And Jerusalem is split down the middle. It's Israeli control, but half of it's Christian, the other half is Muslim. And that's the weird thing. It's just like they allow them to exist and how they exist, but you're right there with two warring enemies in a Christ-like situation.
But I also hear though that in Jerusalem there is none of that.
It doesn't happen.
They get along and they accept each other.
I think they accept the situation, and I think they're monitored so hard there that they couldn't do what was just recently done last October.
You got to remember, it's the radicals. No matter religion, no matter what, the radicals are the issue. Like I know, I've seen radical Jews. I've seen radical Christians who are worse than anything. Radical Muslims, those are terrorists, whatever. But I think it's a small percentage.
But they cause the damage.
They cause a shitload of problems.
A lot of problems.
Yeah,
I just want to go just to see it because once I see it, I know I'll never go back in. But it's kind of important to see. But it's also important to go to Turkey and to go to Istanbul.
I'd love to do that.
I don't think it's safe for any American. Even political Americans. I just love to see it. I have a friend there, but he lives way in the country. He's a farmer now. But I just don't think it's safe. I'd love to go to Russia and see the Kremlin, but you're not going to make it in there. You're not going to. Your plane's getting pulled over midair.
In midair.
Midair, they're pulling you over. Germany or France?
France, I have no urge to see anything in France.
Not in Paris?
Nope. Germany,
Frankfurt?
Austria is my spot, though. I want to see that. I know people have been there and they said it's beautiful. I want to go to the
Oktoberfest.
Absolutely, I will. Yeah.
Maybe that's our trip.
My daughter did that.
She did October. What did you think?
She loved it.
Loved it, nice.
Yeah, beer and Wiener Schnitzel.
Beer and brats.
Yeah.
Africa, the continent. Pick a country.
I would love to. Look, This dog's crazy.
Oh, dog food.
Sometimes he's scared of his food and he just runs away from it. He's playing with it. So, yeah, Africa, I would love to go on safari and see, like, the real deal.
Yeah.
But I got to be in an enclosed fucking
Yeah,
thing.
those aren't enclosed. And
Yeah,
two more American deaths from elephant attacks.
Really?
They're just punished right
Jeez.
down. People are supposed to get down, you can't get out, so they don't see you.
Yeah.
He's still attacked.
Hey, man.
That's a hell of a way to go.
Yeah.
You could have been watching The Matrix.
Could have been watching The Matrix. Could have been watching this dopey dog play with his kibble.
Dog's telling you the answer right now. Play with your kibbles.
Yeah. 300 million? I'm buying kibble.
Come on, kibbles.
And I'm going to play with it all at
day.
once.
All day, every day.
Yeah. That would be my dog's answer.
And I think in America, I'd like to see, obviously, all 48 continuous state capitals, and then Hawaii and Alaska. Foreign country, I'd love to go back to Italy in a heartbeat.
If I had that money, I would do Italy, yeah.
Italy in a heartbeat. South America, I just don't know where. Literally, I don't know
That's
where.
another thing. You
And
got to
then
be
the
careful.
Islands, the Caribbean islands. Maybe Puerto Rico, I don't know. Aruba, like you said, Aruba would be.
Yeah, I've been all in there. Aruba is by far the best.
Bermuda, about maybe?
Aruba is the place.
Bit better.
Yeah.
Can't believe I've only gone once, but the best time. The best time almost doing nothing, really.
Yeah.
And then the times we did drink, or at least I drank,
Yeah.
I never laughed harder. Never laughed harder.
Yeah, last time I went, we did the all-inclusive.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
You know, but when you go, to get your money's worth, you got to be ready to drink, man.
Yes, sir.
And their beer is pretty good down there.
Absolutely. I remember in Bahamas for a senior trip, something called a Goombay Smash.
I don't know.
And that's in a can. And man, I mean, maybe because I was kind of like a lightweight then, I didn't drink much. Like they had the googly eyes in the can, like that was me. Like,
Oh, really?
I would roll over, and roll back over the other side, and I was just, just being a kid, being drunk, being barely 18.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're let out of the cage.
Yeah, absolutely. Bahamas and Aruba, definitely. I've heard a lot of good things about Bermuda, though. And then, my other question to you, of all the places you've gone in the United States, what's a bucket list, one or two cities? Or towns or regions?
Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon, nice.
Is something you got to see, and you could spend a couple days there because it's so huge.
Yeah.
Arizona, when my parents were there, Arizona was pretty nice, different parts of it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was
Or was
alright.
it too hot?
Well, I saw an actual Indian one day.
Did you really?
Yeah, on
Nice.
horseback
Wow.
with a rifle on his.
Did you take some trash and throw it on the ground and
Watch him
tear?
cry?
Come down his eye.
Yeah, I was had a motorcycle and I was on this highway. And it's crazy because as far as you look ahead of you, to the sides of you, there's nothing but tumbleweeds.
Damn.
Nothing. So I came to an intersection.
Is it kind of spooky or no?
It's weird.
It's weird.
For us going there, it's weird.
Yeah.
So I got to this intersection, I looked across and there's this Indian, I swear to God, with a feather,
Jeez.
on horseback with the rifle. And I was like,
Is he getting to me?
am I seeing this? And he was just staring at me.
Really? Like not even friendly or like...
Just staring at me.
Wow.
So I turned around, I went back, and I told my dad was living out there. And he said that's where the reservation starts.
Oh, so you're almost on Indian land.
And
so
they
which
have
is a
their
problem.
own police.
So that's a problem if you go in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
He told me that there's been reports of like high school kids, getting fucked up and then going out there just to fuck around.
Oh, okay.
And like you never see them again.
Oh my God.
Because to get to where they live, it's this long ass road, man, and you can't even see the end of the road,
Right.
and it goes like into the mountains, and on the other side of the mountains is where they live.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
So
they
this
don't-
dude
they
was
don't
far
fuck
from
around.
home.
They don't fuck around.
No, they don't put up with shit.
No.
They put up with enough.
Yeah. That's the other part. Yeah.
They don't put up with anything.
They have a whole history book of shit. They put up with.
Yeah, exactly.
And then another 400 or 500 books that nobody's even heard of.
Exactly. And the thing I got from going out to Arizona is not that kind of reservation, but a lot of the Indians that live in these metal shacks.
Oh, really?
And that's all I could think about driving by there is they like, not that they even owned everything, but this was all theirs.
That was all that land, yeah.
And then we'll take it, we're going to stick you in some RV park, and now go work in the casino.
Yeah. Or Home Depot.
Right. That's why they're all drunks out there. They're all drunks.
Trail of Tears.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
That's all I thought about.
That's some rough America right there.
Yeah. That's all I could think about seeing all this.
Anything to the north, Canada. Where's all the?
Chicago. I've been to Chicago. Beautiful. There's a lot to do there.
Okay.
A lot of good food. A lot of things to see. I was shocked that the Great Lake was so blue.
Really?
I thought it was going to be
Which one did you see?
Whatever's in Chicago.
Is it Michigan? Lake Michigan?
I think so.
Lake Michigan.
But it was like a navy blue almost.
Really?
Clearly blue though.
Wow.
I was shocked. I was like staring at the water for like 10 minutes. Dave, look at blue. Davey.
That's supposed to be really crazy as dangerous too.
Yeah.
Like the currents.
Oh yeah.
For swimming.
It was very choppy when I was there.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I would say you should make a trip there. I did some time in
And what's above Maine? That's where I've always wanted to go. Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
I always want to go to Nova Scotia. Summertime Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to go to, I'm not going to do it, but there's a part of me that says you're brave enough to go to, I think it's called, in the hunter's terms, Grizzly Island, where the largest grizzly bears, I guess, anywhere in the world are.
Yeah.
And they live off the population. It's surrounded by whatever the sea. And it's the largest amount of salmon, moose, and deer. And that's what they go off. And they average 10 feet tall, 2,000 pounds.
I'm okay with that.
And just to be able to see something like that big, like watching Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And the hunters, all hunters aren't hunters. They're all military guys.
Yeah.
So they're saying this specific type of guns that you need to defend yourself. And the guys talking about, they're in a circle. They killed a moose.
Yeah.
They haven't gutted it yet, but they bagged it.
Yeah.
And the bear has got the thing. So they're sitting in a semicircle. And the guy has his back to where the bear is. They have no idea. They're dangerous right there.
Really?
And they're sitting there and he goes, I usually have my gun, a handgun on it, so you put it down for some reason. And they're eating, they're passing the sandwiches, they're going to get some rest, and then they're going to move off the island because they know this moose is there. And there's a split second, comes through, and what saved their lives, he said, is he thinks the bear only thought there was one or two, maybe human beings there. And now there's 6. And it takes off again through, so it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And the guy that he was with was so scared that he jumped up in the air out of a sitting position, and he landed on the bear.
Oh my God.
So I can only think of anchoring. Look, it's a furry tractor.
Yeah.
And he said it probably was only a few seconds, but the guy said, I felt like I was on there forever.
Really?
And then he just bailed off. But the animal freaked and just went over there.
Wow.
But they heard, 50 minutes later, thrashing off. It's planning another attack. They pack up all the things. They get out there, and eventually, I think they're heading back to, it's not a ranch. I don't know, maybe it's like a depot type of thing. Where you would pick up supplies. I'd have to hear the story again. And it's followed them there, and it's actively hunting them. And the guy's like, we have to put it down. There's no way this can withstand a bear attack. It's going to get inside. Right. And, even if you gave it the moose, it's going to kill anything alive and take all the bodies. Right. And he said that, within 100 yards it got, he said it's too close because they can make it ground so fast. Yeah. And the guy has this high military thing and just boom. And he said the first one put it down but didn't kill it. They had to literally go back out there and they had to finish it. Yeah. And when they did the weight and they brought the bill, it was, I think they said it was small. They said small. It was only 8 feet. It was only 900 pounds. So, but it was only 3 years old. Yeah.
It was an infant.
He's a little baby.
He's still sucking on his mom's titties.
My baby could be mad. He blew my head off.
I need milk.
I need milk. So I've always just, I don't think I'll ever balls up, but I always wanted, it's in the back of the head to see something like that. And
now, would you go on like a big game?
No, because I'm not a gun person, and I'm probably not going to learn. I would, if the thing we're talking about was real, I probably would learn firearms
Yeah.
and fire safety.
Just for safety.
For safety,
Yeah, that's
for
all.
anything like that.
Yeah.
But as far as like going out there and killing big game, anything like that.
Yeah.
Which is, if we listen to E3 over there, we're probably going to have to go hunt for our own food.
Because the Russians are
Got
I'm
gone.
it.
just thinking about that right now.
Gut it, because you know what we are as Americans? Soft.
Soft.
We are soft as F.
Now we are, yeah.
Yeah, we hunt at Stop and Shop.
Yes.
So, if anything ever did happen, there's only a select crazy people that
Yeah.
now are the same people
Yeah.
because they can do all that.
I hunt at
Like,
the
could you even-
Samalam.
could you
I
even-
hood.
Could you even get a fish and do whatever to go fish and then cook it that night?
I've never done that. I've never
Like
cleaned a
behead
fish.
it and clean it and everything.
I've never cleaned a
I
fish.
never even. I wouldn't know. I mean, I know you have to down the middle.
Fillet, yeah.
Fillet it
Take
and
out the
take
backbone. Yeah.
But I don't know what to do after that.
Descale it.
T-scale,
Yeah. Get the guts out. Yeah. And the bone. And fry it up.
fried up for a bear to come take it.
For a grizzly bear. Only a 900 pounder.
Only a 900. He's a baby. He's
Yeah.
a baby.
Yeah, we get cute.
Cute.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right.
Let's win.
Got to be in it to win it.
Gotta be in it to win it. That is the name of the game.
Yeah.
Folks.
All right, guys. This was a very, very long show, but we covered a lot.
How many releases? Probably 2, 3.
No, I just make it one.
Make it one.
What the hell? I have a lot of clips for TikTok. TikTok, thanks everybody
Oh
for
my God, TikTok.
following us. We have a ton
love.
of followers,
The love that we've got.
a ton, and there's people I love on TikTok.
Absolutely.
One girl you would love because Rodney's Italian family. Ivana Bonetti.
Ooh.
She's this Italian girl out of Boston. She's a comedian,
Okay.
but she has these real quick videos, dude.
She's funny.
She's very funny.
Oh,
Love
I
her.
like it.
Sometimes I'll send her messages, and she always responds.
Ivana.
Ivana Bonetti.
Love you, baby.
Hey,
Thank you for the love.
yeah. There's another dude out there. I don't know his name, but his thing is, I'm at Samalam. Yeah, I don't know your name, but I love your vids.
Hey, I hood.
Yeah,
Keep it happening.
and then what's the site? Rockfeed.
Rock feed, yes,
Yeah.
for Alanis and Pearl Jam.
Yeah, check that out.
Definitely.
Thanks to E3
E3 is the
for
man.
being the studio audience
Absolutely. Thank you
and his
for,
bunker.
for all your
We'll all
love.
be safe.
Hey, at least as long as he lets us in,
Well, 300 million. It's gonna be a big bunker.
it's going to be a real big bump.
Yeah. So Stanford, Norwalk, everybody will be in there.
Absolutely. It's a party.
Yeah. It's a party. He's
party.
got to build a bar
Party at
and have
ground,
fancy whores.
party at Ground Zero, the E3 bunks.
All right, Rod, give it
All
to
right,
him.
guys, and you know the love that we get on YouTube, it doesn't equal the other sites, but
No,
it's,
pick
it's
it up.
there. So I ask you guys to please like and subscribe if you want to hear much more jibber jabber, and we've got jibber jabber.
A ton.
Brother. So as we say from the Brotherhood, peace, love, and chicken grease. We love you, and we'll see you the next time.
Thank you.
Nee&FeeBrotherhood.
You know it. Comment.
Subscribe.